It's 1993. It's the day before Christmas. So it's December 23rd. And I remember vividly my family, you know, I kind of remember my mom transitioning and she was kind of giving her speeches, telling us, you know, everything's gonna be all right, telling me, you know, that she had things in place for me to take care of me, to make sure that I went to college, to make sure that she laid out who I should listen to. And I remember my family saying, you know, let's go home, let's celebrate Christmas. So it's basically Christmas Eve. I remember my grandmother saying it's very vivid that we all needed to wait until after Christmas to tell me what was happening. So it's Christmas Eve, I'm opening up my gifts, and they finally break down and tell me that, you know, my mom had transitioned on to the better life. And that's the first part of my story. I think, you know, from that time until high school, matriculating through really middle school and then high school, I'm playing sports, just trying to progress through life as a young boy and do what I thought was best. Got into a lot of trouble in the community, ended up having to seek out for therapy because I was broken. You know, I had lost something that I thought I needed, and I did, but I kind of changed my life and shifted towards, you know, anger, you know, and the grief piece just hit me really hard. And so now I'm in high school, and I didn't realize until today that I would need, you know, my mother through all those different times in my life. So I'm in high school, graduate, walk across the stage, you know, look out in the crowd. I remember, you know, seeing my grandmother there, seeing my dad, you know, seeing individuals in my family, and looking and not being able to see my mom sitting there. And that's when I knew I got an empty hole in my heart, you know. And so after high school, I moved to Atlanta, to Clark Atlanta, one of the best, you know, universities in the country, I would say. But I remember, you know, driving to Atlanta and looking in the back seat and saying, you know, like, man, there she would have been again, you know. And so all throughout life, I had my first child, you know, I was just thinking to myself, like, man, where's his grandmother, you know? When I got married, walking down the aisle, I had to put a placeholder for her just to kind of see, like, this was where your mom would have sat. You know, we put a picture there, you know, and I was just constantly reminded through my life of her love and her legacy, and bringing us up to speed to today. Not a moment, not an hour, not a second goes by. Thought I could do it thought I could say it without doing this. Not a second goes by that I don't think about her, the impact that she had on me and had on my life. And yeah, so up to today, I think, you know, that's the reason why we did this, is because I can't live this life without pouring into the boys who may have been experiencing this same heartache. And I know I'm gonna see her again, but I know this legacy that we're building through Mom Angel is gonna not only help boys, it's also gonna help me. So that's my grief story. Sorry for the tears, but yeah, I think, you know, her life and her legacy will live on through me, through my family, and through this organization. And so that's my story.